Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And yeah, Deadpool 3 gonna happen. And it's part of the MCU.
It's gonna be part of the MCU.
And it will be rated R.
Yes.
So this is kind of interesting, I guess.
Well, I knew back in November that we were most likely gonna get a 3. It was gonna be written by the people it's gonna be written by, and it was probably gonna be rated R. So this is nothing new. It's just confirmed by Feige.
Yeah, so again, this is coming from the interview with Kevin Feige that everyone is mining. I love how they do this. They do an interview with a celebrity. They take that article, these news outlets, and they turn it into like 54 different articles, you know, to get the page views out of it. But they cherry picked that, yeah, Deadpool 3 exists in the MCU. I don't know how they're gonna do that, if they're gonna use the multiverse thing.
I don't know, because now people are saying, well, one, this movie won't be out for a while. They're not even talking filming to next year.
Yeah.
The people that they were mentioning, and I think it was Collider, said, but you want to bet they're going to probably put him as a cameo in some of these other shows and movies because they're trying to make him part of the MCU.
Yeah. Well, Deadpool, look, you can get away with because the character breaks the fourth wall all the time. I think you could make it pretty easy to be like, well, he just kind of like fell into the MCU or something.
I can't wait to see how the other people in the MCU react to the character.
Oh God, they should team him up with Captain Marvel. Might be fun.
Might make it actually a good movie.
Might actually make a good movie. There we go. All right. So before we get into it anymore, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're at 170,000 subs.
Almost, yes.
Yeah, almost. I'm trying to remember. I'm like, yeah, I think we're at 170,000. So thank you for the support. Hoping for 200,000 soon. Here we go. Deadpool 3 confirmed to be part of the MCU. It will be rated R. So will we get other R-rated MCU movies?
Don't know. But people were concerned that when Disney took over Marvel, that if they did anything with Deadpool, that they were going to make sure that it was not allowed to be R-rated because it's Disney. But they have confirmed that, you know, they want to make money, and why mess with it if they, you know, well, I'm sure they'll mess with it some way because it's flipping Disney. They can't get their fingers off of it. But, you know, they're going to keep the R rating. Ryan Reynolds is heavily involved in overseeing the script writing that is going to be done by the Molly New sisters, Lizzie and Wendy, who wrote, I guess they wrote Bob's Burgers or Bob's Burgers. They're going to be scripting the new film. But Ryan Reynolds is going to be overseeing it, I knew all of this. The only thing I didn't know was they hadn't confirmed the R rating 100%. They're pretty sure it was, and they hadn't said it was going to be part of the MCU. That's pretty much the only, like, you know. Yeah,
so we got to make a bunch of articles, but I'm just trying to picture, like, if they went hard R and they had brought Carol Danvers into it, that would be all the jokes at her expense.
Yeah, but they won't do that.
They won't do that.
They'll probably have they'll have him as a cameo and her telling him where he can go or something, because, you know. Toxic masculinity. Anyway, here's what he told Collider. I'll let you read it.
Kevin Feige said this to Collider. Is Collider still a thing? I guess it still is, because the celebrities are still on there. Tom Hanks is on there too. We'll be rated R, and we're working on a script right now. Ryan's overseeing a script right now. It will not be filming this year. Ryan's very, very busy. He's a very successful actor. We've got a number of things we've already announced we have to make, but it's exciting for it to have begun. Again, a very different type of character in the MCU, and Ryan is a force of nature, which is just awesome to see him bring that character to life.
Wait, isn't it interesting that he keeps saying when he's asked about things like Star Wars, whatever, we just begun. We don't know anything. We know nothing. Nothing is known about anything because we just began.
I'm working on it. Yeah, so I got to wonder, you know, with the X-Men, are they going to reboot the X-Men, or are they just going to be like, well, the X-Men were in another universe now, multiverse now, that those X-Men are our X-Men in the MCU?
I don't think so.
So I don't know, because I mean, I don't want to see another reboot of the X-Men.
No, it's like, how many times?
If you were going to, what I'm afraid of is they're going to get it wrong. Like the smartest thing they could do, I'm going to go off on a little bit of a
please do.
Tangent here. So the X-Men everyone wants to see and we haven't seen yet is the 90s X-Men, 80s and 90s X-Men. Right? I want to see the X-Men from the cartoon. I want to see the Jim Lee era X-Men. I want to see them on screen. There's a lot of nostalgia now for 80s and 90s X-Men. Arcade 1-Up is bringing out the freaking X-Men.
Guess what you want, huh?
I want this
I very much because you mentioned it.
I think we have room. I'm
surprised you want the Dragon's Lair one.
That one's pretty cool too. Dear Arcade 1-Up, I will take whatever machine you want to send to me.
There you go.
Because we need more in the studio here. But they're talking about doing a follow-up to the X-Men animated series in the 90s. They've been, pushing the kind of classic X-Men merchandise. Mm-hmm. This is what people want. How hard is it, Disney, to just give people the X-Men team they remember?
Well, your first error was asking how hard is it Disney to give people what they want. We already know the answer to that. Very hard, apparently.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this would kill if they did 90s style X-Men, like from the animated series. That team, or mostly that team, those uniforms, those iconic Jim Lee designed uniforms that everybody remembers from the 90s, they had action figures of that were on lunch boxes.
I remember.
That would be money in the bank, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to pick obscure characters. They're going to race swap characters. They're going to
make changes just because some people's ego needs to have to act like they invented something and did something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
But meanwhile, they're going to sell the shit out of classic X-Men stuff. But this is what I want. I want to see if you're going to bring the X-Men to the MCU, Disney, make it like the animated series, the 90s comics. That's what everybody wants. Mm-hmm. But they won't. They'll be like, well, Wolverine's black lady now with orange hair for no reason.
They won't do orange hair because that's, redheads. We can't have that.
No.
But yeah, they're just like, they just won't give people what they wanted. So that's what I'm worrying about with Deadpool. I mean, they're saying they're going to do Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds overseeing it, and it's going to feel like the Deadpool films. But I've also seen what they've done with other things. They can't seem to understand that fans want what they want, and you changing things for no reason other than because somebody has an ego at, Lucasfilm or at Marvel isn't necessarily going to fly with people. No matter, even if the sales are bad, they just double down on it. I mean, we're going to make you like it.
Yeah. It'll be like...
can't admit we're wrong.
It'll be Deadpool and Gwenpool, and Gwenpool will be the lead.
Probably, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be, because they got Disney to agree to the R rating, and they got, Ryan Reynolds behind it. However, I'm concerned because they're making it part of the MCU, how they're going to... I have concerns. Side note, though, for Christmas, Squid King wanted a taxidermy squirrel with Ryan Reynolds' face on it. So I got him a plush squirrel because I would not do a taxidermy squirrel. And I printed out a picture of Ryan Reynolds' face and made a mask and stuck it on a squirrel.
She did. I can verify.
But he loves that squirrel. Yeah. I was like, you should put it on Twitter. Ryan Reynolds probably like it. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
I don't know what I just.
I'm not. You think excited when you heard this stuff, and you're like, yay! And now when you think it's Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel, you're like, please don't suck. But it's probably going to suck, and you don't want to get excited because you'll be disappointed. But then if you get mediocre, you're excited because it's better than what you thought you were gonna get.
Yeah, it was the monkey's paw, where it's like, yeah, you get your wish, but it comes with a lot of strings attached.
Right.
It's never exactly what you wished for.
They like to set the bar. They like to set the bar lower so that people are pleasantly surprised when it's not complete shit. I don't know.
I'm not excited about anything coming to the MCU at this point. I'm just not. But I don't know.
I have some things I'll give a chance to, but
I give a chance, but I'm not like legitimately excited about it. Like I used to geek out about this stuff and get excited, and I'm like, no, we've been burnt too many times. Mm-hmm. Been burnt, especially by Disney. Many times.
The only geeking out and geeking excited about is me.
That's true, I do. All right, gonna wrap
it up. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see you later.
Bye.